Welcome to Frickin' History, and we're talking about the Atlantic revolutions in AP World, and we're going to continue with the Haitian Revolution. Now, I find the Haitian Revolution really extremely influential because it did a couple of things, not only affecting the French, who was the holder of the colony, but really it also affected the United States as well. Now, as a reminder, we're looking at the causes and the effects of these different revolutions that was really spawned off of the American Revolution, which was the first that kind of rocked the world and changed everything into a different direction. So Haiti was a French colony, and it was hugely profitable because of the growing of sugar and coffee, and also the use of slave labor. So really, one of the causes of the revolution is slavery and how important it was, and the massive amount of slaves used to create the wealth from that colony. And it was the brutal conditions in which uh, the slaves were beaten to be able to keep them in control because there were 500,000 slaves as opposed to 20,000 that were the mulattoes, which were a mixed, and then the other whites that were about 20,000. So they had a massive number when it came to outnumbering the other free folks there. And then because they are a French colony and they're seeing the French Revolution, and they're going, "Hey, those freedoms, you things you guys are talking about, we think those are pretty cool. We kind of like them too." And that all came from because of the American Revolution. So you can see how it's cascading down. And of course, the Enlightenment ideals that men have rights, inalienable rights that they're given by their creator and not from somebody like a king. That's where the rights come from. Now, it began with the slaves revolting and they wanted to take control. And so what they did is they ended up and started burning the fields because there's no way to get a control of the colony without hurting the folks economically that were in control. Now, while the slaves were rebelling, they were actually able to take control by killing some of their white masters. And that put the fear, not only those locally, but that news got back to the United States as well. The French initially gave the independence to Haiti and were trying to work with them as a partner. And that initially was okay. And in that period, the French actually abolished slavery as well. And so that was an effect of this uprising. So many of those who fought, including Toussaint Louverture, thought that the slaves should become wage earners at that point. They knew the value of the sugar and the coffee, and so they wanted to keep that rolling to help themselves economically. But because they were slaves, they were not taken seriously as someone who could actually have a state of their own. And then when France rose with Napoleon Bonaparte, Napoleon wanted all of that back. That led to war with French, and that went until 1803, until the French gave in and allowed Haiti to have their independence. And now you know your freaking history.